Okay, good morning, Claire. I'm needing some help with proofing the website. There's kind of a method on how I've done it before, but I think it's probably going to be a little bit messy if you have just a single monitor or just a single laptop. So what I want you to do is choose a state. Right now I'm in Pennsylvania, but the states really that I need you to start with are like New York City, and New York State, because those are the ones that Howard looks at first. I will do Texas most likely because you will still probably be running on these. I'm also going to be working on the website, hopefully in a different capacity than what you're doing, so we don't override each other's stuff. So I do need to for you to let me know what state you're working on, and once you've exited that state, so I am not going in there and screwing up something that you're doing, or you're not screwing up something I'm doing. I really won't be going to the product stuff. I'll be doing things like the categories. Like here, I'll show you what I'm going to be working with right now. I'll be going in here, just here, doing quick edits and making sure that the correct categories are selected. We seem to be having a lot of problems with the wrong selections. I've had this come through twice, and this is nothing that you guys did. It was something totally different. But we also, during this time, our server was almost to capacity on storage, which it wasn't giving me any errors because none of that stuff goes to me. And I only found out when I started noticing in the plugins giving messages. And then I realized, oh, there's something wrong with the memory slash storage. And so some of the stuff we did may or may not have been saved. We found a lot of stuff that we had done that was kind of undone because it wouldn't save anymore. But I've cleared up enough storage so we should be able to muddle through this and get it up to date. So basically what I'm going to want you to do is I want you to open up where your catalog is. Bear with me while I open the catalog up. And I'm in Pennsylvania, so it would be the national catalog because we have no Pennsylvania catalog, just FYI. And so what you're going to need to do is go to the different products. And what I'm going to have you do, it's really hard to do everything at once. And maybe you're better than I am, but I've been doing this for years. And last year was probably my most successful, least mistake-ridden year because I kind of developed my own little thing of how to edit it, which seemed to work. So you can start with the parse math instructional strategies. Go find it in here. I think it's math instructional strategies, page 35. Now, what I'm looking for here is to make sure the headline's correct, which is parse mathematics instructional Park math instructional strategies. That's correct. That's correct here. If you need to turn on the visual editor, do that. It makes it easier. It's just harder to edit in the visual editor, but if you need to, go ahead. Just make sure this is the same. Okay, blended learning module, that's correct here. And I do not see this part, interactive complex multi-step. So that probably should be removed. Let's see, this is why I don't like doing it here. I'm going here. So it's probably on one of the catalogs that I'm getting rid of it. And see, from catalog to catalog, they change stuff. So when they do an upgrade, they don't, keep all the same copies. So that also could be why some of our stuff is so screwy. So this is 25 copies. I need to make sure that, and I don't really care if you read this copy right now. All I want is these headlines correct. And down here, it should reflect down here. These should be exactly the same thing. So, and that's really important. Again, you can put the visual editor on, but these two areas, this is what we're concentrating on, making sure that it is the same here. And your mom is saying that for this, we want per instructional models, it's module, so it can't be module. And this one is an instructional module. We have it as a blending learning module, so it needs to change to instructional. Instructional module, no learning on it. So you see that's the mistake there, and that's a big deal. Instructional, and I'm going to check, make sure all my stuff is correct still. Grade level is correct. Offering is correct. That's all correct down there. And then this needs to be instructional module and per instructional module. And if I was doing it, I'd have all the states open to certain, if they had shared products, I would do all of the products at once, because to me, that's the easiest way to not screw up and not forget anything. But we're just not going to have that kind of luxury, just because there's so many things going on the website, on these websites. So we're going to have to just do one at a time. Go ahead and save after that. But that's basically what I want you to do today. Then the next round of edits that you'll be doing probably tomorrow will have to do with the actual content, to make sure that what is written here in the catalog is the same as what's written here. Again, you may not have any problem with the PDF catalogs. Personally, you know, when you're doing that, sometimes having the print one is easier, but I really don't know. It's both kind of chaotic on both things. At least, you know, when you have the PDF, you can go and quick reference it instead of having to go through all the pages in the print version. You kind of decide what you want to do, because you know your mom has them available for you. And I think she was going to see you sometime today. So I'm not sure how all that's working out. But that's basically what I want you to do. I want you just to focus on the headlines and subhead, the grades, and the offering, and make sure that what is down here, and it's in different places. It used to be a little more, it was better placed, but it looks like now this is where they're keeping stuff like that. And so that's where it's per instructional module. If it's an instructional module, if it is a blended learning module, it'll be per blended learning module. So those things are really important. This needs to be exactly the same, because this goes into the little pop-ups. So like when you do a search, visit site, like these little things here, these are, that's what that little description comes from. And we have to repeat it, because that's how Woo works. So, and there's no other way of doing it. Believe me, I wish there was. But that's how that works. If you can go through each state, again, start with New York State and New York City. Those are priorities. Then move to Florida. And tell me which one and, you know, what products you are on. And then I can, go and take over where you have left off. Sorry, my brain isn't working. And so that way we can get this done quickly. I'd like to get all the states, all the websites done today. at least with that component. And then tomorrow, then you can go in and actually do the actual content edit. If you have any questions, we can either Zoom or we can talk over the phone. That's fine, because I don't really want any breakdown in communication, because we have to do this fast and furious, and I've got a huge bucket list from them. Anyway, so I'll let you go. Good luck. Thank you so much, and talk to you soon. Bye.